Hi friends, it's Miss Dryo. How are you? So this week for science, we are still talking about our solar system, and we're going to talk about two new planets this week. All right, so we've already done Mercury and we've already done Venus. So now we're going to keep going. And remember, we're going based in an order based on closest to the sun, and we're working our way out to the furthest from the sun. All right, so we're going to use our saying to help us to find the next planet. Then we'll read a little bit of facts about the planet, get to know the planet, see the planet. I think this planet we'll all really enjoy. So let's get started. So remember, when we want to remember the planets in order from the sun, right? Because they start at the sun. The sun is the center of the solar system. We have this saying that I like a lot because I like nachos. So, my very excited mother just served us nachos. This helps us to remember the planets in order. So I have M for my, Mercury, which we've already talked about. V for very, which is Venus. Again, we talked about that last week. So this week, meaning today, our next planet is E. And can you guess what E is? Earth. You're right. Earth. And raise your hand if you live on Earth. Right? We all do. We all live on Earth. That's our planet. So today's extra cool because we're going to be learning about the planet that we live on and a bunch of facts. And then tomorrow we're going to learn about Mars, right? So Mother stands for Mars. And then we'll keep going. So we've already done Mercury, Venus. Today we're going to do Earth. Tomorrow we'll do Mars, and then we'll keep going from there until we get through all of our planets. All right, so we have here, I'm going to move myself right there. So we have our planets, right, in order with the sun. So we have the sun, we have Mercury, which we've already talked about. It's the closest planet and our smallest planet, right? It's our first planet from the sun, so it's number one. Then we have Venus. Right? Venus was number 2. It's our second planet. And it's also our hottest planet that we learned, right? We learned all about Venus and the hottest planet. Today we're going to focus on Earth, right here. The third planet from the sun, also known as our planet, right? And this planet, Earth, our planet, is 149.6 million kilometers. So remind you, friends, we talked about how 1 kilometer is basically like a 12-minute walk, an average walk. This is 149.6 million kilometers. That's a lot. That's very, very, very far. And it's not even the furthest. Our furthest is all the way out here, which we'll talk about later. So, let's talk about Earth. Now, I know we kind of know what Earth looks like, right? We know it has lots of blue and green and some white because we've drawn pictures of Earth before. But this is our planet Earth. This is what it looks like. Now remember, they use a fancy telescope to see out into space with a camera on it, right? So they're able to take pictures of our planets and other planets. So this is Earth. Now, let's talk about Earth a little bit. Okay, I'm going to keep myself there. All right, so Earth. We live on planet Earth, right? You do, I do, your families do, our school is on Earth, your house, your favorite park, your favorite store, your favorite restaurant, they're all on our planet, right? We have lots of animals on our planet, we have lots of plants on our planet, lots of fun things on our planet. Our planet's very large, right? Because, you know, where we live, there's so much more out on our planet. There are other states. We live in the state of New York, but there are other states. We live in the United States of America. That's our country. And there are tons of other countries on our planet. So Earth is our planet. It is the third planet from the sun, right? Mercury's the first. Venus is the second. Now we have Earth. Our planet is about 30% land and 70% water. So basically, that's just saying that our planet Earth is mostly made up of water. There is more water than land, right? And we know the difference between land and water because we talked about it when we did landscapes, right? So when we have land, we're talking about like grasslands, mountains, all those types of lands, and waters like our rivers, our lakes, our oceans, bays, right? So our earth is mostly made up of water. So there is more water than land. That's why when you look at a picture of Earth, our planet, it has more blue than green. The blue is to show how much water there is, and the green is to show how much land there is. It is the only planet that people, plants, and animals can live on because the temperature, weather, and atmosphere are perfect. So remember when we talked about Venus and we said that the air on Venus was very poisonous, that you couldn't live there because if we breathed in that air, it would really, really hurt us or possibly kill us. Well, Earth is the only planet that people, plants, and animals can all live on because our air, our temperature, our weather, and our atmosphere, which is like the outside air and surrounding area of our planet, are all perfect in the sense that we're able to breathe. We're able to survive. It's not super duper hot that we're going to burn up or melt, and it's not super duper cold that we're going to freeze. It's a great temperature. The weather sometimes gets a little crazy, but not all the time. So we're able to grow plants. We're able to grow trees, and animals can live, and we can live. It takes the Earth 365 days to orbit around the Sun, which is 1 year for us. So we talked about other planets, and we're going to talk about them in the next slide, but it takes us for a whole year is 365 days. That for us is a year, right? We say, okay, a year has gone by from January 1st to December 31st. That's because it takes 365 days for us to completely orbit the Sun. So remember, we have the Sun, right? This is our Sun right here. And here we are, Earth. And it takes us 365 days to go around the Sun to complete a full year. It takes 24 hours to rotate, which is 1 day. So when they say rotate, friends, this is orbiting around the Sun, right? That's a whole year. But we have the planet Earth here, and to rotate means to go this way. Not go this way around the Sun, but while our Sun is going this way around the Sun, it's also rotating and going all the way around as it goes around. All right, so orbiting around the Sun is going around the Sun like this. Rotating is when our Earth goes like this. And that's why we have days and nights, because when our part of our planet of Earth is facing the Sun, it's daytime, but it keeps going and going and going, and then it's away from the Sun, and that's our nighttime. And that's why a day is 24 hours, because it takes us 24 hours to do a full rotation. Okay, not orbit. Orbit is around the Sun. It's bigger, much bigger. The full, the Earth rotating is just the Earth spinning by itself. Okay? The Earth has one moon that orbits around us. So, again, we have one moon, and that moon orbits around our planet just like we orbit around the Sun. Okay? But Earth has one moon, and that's the moon you see outside at night when you look up in the sky. All right, and let's look at our days. Let's see how they compare and contrast, right? So, days to orbit the Sun. So, remember, this is for us, it's a full year. So, Mercury takes 88 days to orbit the Sun. That's pretty fast. That's why it's the fastest planet. Venus takes 225 days to orbit the Sun. That's a lot more than Mercury, but not as much as us. We take Earth 365 days to orbit the Sun. So we take longer than both planets, right? All right, friends. So let's just quickly review some facts that we learned today. We learned that Earth is the third planet from the Sun. It's our planet, right? We learned that Earth is the only planet to have people, animals, and plants live on it. We learned that the planet Earth actually has more water, 70% water, and only 30% land. So we learned that Earth has more water than land on it, right? We also learned that we has one moon, right? We have one moon on our planet. We learned that the Earth takes 365 days to orbit the sun, and that's 1 year for us. And it takes 24 hours to rotate, and that's a day for us. All right, so we learned a lot of facts about Earth, which I think is pretty cool because we live here. So this is our planet, friends. This is the planet that we live on and we call home and we take care of, right? Awesome job. Great listening, friends. Keep up the great work, and until tomorrow. Bye.